Welcome back here on stage with the next game, the game you actually are betting on at the moment. So you have to say if either England, the UK, right here, that is DeMusliM, or from Poland, I hopefully pronounce it right, Nerchio? Yeah, some kind of that. In Poland you say sometimes Nerchio, Merchio. It's sometimes the same. But in the end, those two players are competing in Starcraft 2. And that is the final. We're playing for silver and gold right now, right here on stage. But until then, until the game starts, those little nice Samsung girls with those short skirts and the blue shirts, oh my God. I should be a rapper. Those girls, they have a tablet. They have a tablet, and with that tablet, they make a picture of you. And then you say, I think DeMusliM will win. And if DeMusliM really wins, you can win right after the match. Right after the match. A Samsung LED TV. Samsung 40-inch. 40-inch is like massively big, yeah? One of those that's hanging over there at Gamescom in Hall 10.1 at the Samsung booth. Right there, right there. Just look at there. Yeah, that is the Samsung stage there. Yeah, that is the Samsung booth. Right there, there you have those 40-inch, not tablets, 40-inch LED TVs. Tablets would be a little bit too big with 40-inch, I guess. That is a 10.1 Galaxy Tab, by the way. And now we're going to see who is the better player, who is getting silver and who's getting gold. Yesterday, DeMusliM was a little bit late, but it wasn't his fault. And then he actually won. He wasn't too nervous, but still he won that very good game in StarCraft 2. So go to the girls with the tablets, blue shirts, short skirts, and just have a picture made of you. And then you say, okay, who of those guys, England or Poland, DeMusliM or Nerchio, will win this game right now. So we will be back from the Samsung European encounter. Just a few more seconds. You can go to the Samsung girls. Here, the game, the final, StarCraft 2!
Why, hello guys, welcome back to the Samsung European encounter. Good morning, I hope you had a good sleep tonight. I had for sure. I'm Drool and I'm going to be bringing you the finals today of the StarCraft 2 tournament. Let me ask one question, who in here likes StarCraft? Yeah! I have to admit something, I like StarCraft 2. And I don't even want to talk for too long, but I just want to introduce the two players. Of course, you've heard about them for many times now on the stage. But it's Nerchio from Poland and DeMusliM from the UK, both super strong. And I'm going to give you fun facts about each of them, just real quick. Nerchio is still in the IEM. He's going to play later. He's in the semi-finals, and he has a very good shot of winning the biggest tournament at this fair. DeMusliM's fun fact is he says, I have the best Terran versus Zerg in Europe. So both have a really good shot at winning, and I'm going to tell them to go, go, go now. And we're going to go right in. This is a best of 3, so you need to win 2 games to win this championship, and they're competing for a prize pool of shared about 1,500 euros now. The winner will get 1,000 euros, and the second place will get 500 euros, but there are also hardware prizes. The winner will get a Samsung notebook, a very new good Samsung notebook, and the second place winner will get Samsung Galaxy S3. So a lot on the line for these guys, and of course the European Championship here. So without further ado, we're in the game, we're on daybreak, and let me introduce the players. In the top right, for Team Acer, the Zerg representing Poland, it is Nerchio. And in the bottom left corner, definitely a fan favorite, representing Team Evil Geniuses, He's coming from the UK, representing his country here. It is E.G. DeMusliM. And again, I talked to DeMusliM, and I always ask the players, how are you feeling about the match? How confident are you going in? Because confidence is actually incredibly important in esports. You need momentum, you need a good mind, you need your inner self in the right place. And yeah, DeMusliM said, yeah, I'm good. And that's amazing to say, because Nerchio is actually super scary. He's such a great player and so dangerous. But DeMusliM said, I have the best TVZ in Europe right now. I can totally take him on. I did not speak to Nerchio, but I'm sure he's always very calm. He's almost like in his own world usually when he plays. And I don't think he can be thrown off his game very easily. So we're starting the game on Daybreak right now. We see both players again opening very standard. Since this is a best of 3, there is not a whole lot of wiggle room to actually make funky strategies. You're kind of limited to whoever wins the first game. There's a statistic actually. If you win the first game of a best of 3, there is a very high chance that you win the whole thing, just because of momentum and such. So both are opening standard. Both players, none of the players chooses to do something very funky. And that's smart. The first game should always be played safe. And the thing is though, that Nerchio's style has always been, ever since he got famous, very unique. He's not a very standard Zerg. He kind of plays standard, but he does his own things, his weird timings, and that is what makes him so strong and dangerous. And of course, he's also an excellent mechanical player, etc. So I'm really interested to see what he has here. He went through the qualifiers for this tournament, the group stage, and the brackets with relative ease. So he should be doing very well. And we already see DeMusliM planting his 3rd command center. Now, that is something that's really common, and that is actually the expected strategy of DeMusliM. It is very well known that he does this. So I would not be surprised at all if Nerchio actually knew what he had to expect here from DeMusliM. So a very economical build. That means DeMusliM will not have many units out in the beginning of the game. And he will also delay his 2nd barracks for a long time. He's getting 2 gases right now. And he will get a factory with the first 100 gas. And with the next 50 gas, he will get a reactor. And then start making Hellions to keep his map control up, so he can actually secure his 3 bases. And this style for Terran has been very standard lately. Nerchio is so far staying on 2 bases. He's not planning a 3rd expansion right now, a 3rd base or a 2nd expansion, and he's taking gas right now. So we will see probably Ling speed and already 1 Spinecrawler coming up against any possible Hellion harassment. And 2 queens are out spreading creep in the front. Nerchio's creep spread is very good. He's gonna do, he's gonna make a lot of creep tumors, and it's really important to do that. We saw that in the German national finals where Dark Force played against Nerchio, that creep spread can really win you games almost single-handedly. The first bunker is up for DeMusliM back here, and this is all so like typical for DeMusliM. That's what he's been doing all week long. Like bunker in the back, 3 command centers, and Hellion play. And there's the starport and the tech lab, and so we can see a Banshee follow-up as well if DeMusliM chooses that. Now he does have the watchtower, but he has not scouted his opponent at all. So that's something that DeMusliM does. He's playing very blindly. He doesn't really care what his opponent is doing, because he plays a style that's safe against everything. That's what it's supposed to be, though. It happens, though, that DeMusliM gets overrun or surprised by something that he is not expecting. So if he gets too greedy, that means if he doesn't make enough defenses, then he might very well lose a game very quickly. And there's the first Banshee on the way, and the 2 Hellions are now checking out the 3rd base. The queens are already here though, and see that brilliant timing. The creep spread connecting right as the Hellions come in. And this might seem like it was good chance for Nerchio, like luck, but this is actually totally a planned timing for Nerchio. So there are 5 queens now total. 1 queen will be delegated to this hatchery to keep the injects up, and 2 more, the other 2 queens will keep spreading the creep. Creep is coming out in the front and through the 3rd base here. And DeMusliM can't really do too much against these queens and the spine crawler. Nerchio will now check on DeMuslim's 3rd base, which is kind of important. And look at that good timing. This is actually very annoying. Oh, there's a Banshee. Nerchio spots the Banshee. Nerchio is actually in the natural right now of DeMusliM, and that's what I was talking about. Not enough defense here. I don't think he will do a lot, but we see already 3 workers killed. A 4th maybe. Nope. It stays at 3 workers, but there was unnecessary damage taken by DeMusliM. And now look at this. DeMusliM does not see this. Just now he sees there's actually this Overlord producing creep at his location. He cannot land his command center on the creep. So it will be delayed, which means his economy will be delayed. Now he will try to make a run by here with 8 Hellions. The drones need to evacuate, so that's really good by DeMusliM, already getting his own worker kills here and also getting some Zergling kills, but these queens with their long range do a lot of damage, so the Hellions need to leave, but definitely a good trade. Worker kill tab is almost even now. And look at that incredible delay. Just now DeMusliM manages to get rid of the Overlord, so the creep will recede. But this will take another 30 seconds to actually reseed and give DeMusliM the opportunity to land his command center. Very good play by Nerchio so far. So far a very even game as well. Let's look at the production tab. We have Infestors coming out now for Nerchio. So still very standard style. I really like this. He needs to be careful. Actually, this has the potential to work against Nerchio when there is a drop later, right between these. We will see how that works out. A 4th base, a 5th hatchery, just for production, and as I said, Infestors coming out. So we will see. I think we might. Can we expect a push out from DeMusliM anytime soon? I'm not so sure. He doesn't really have many units. He's just starting combat shields and concussive shells. So we won't see a push very soon. Probably around 14 minutes or so. We might see DeMusliM move out when all these upgrades are done. And another base for Nerchio. So he's really going all out. And what did Nerchio see? Not much. But I think from the style we're seeing here, Banshees and Hellions and just some bio, Nerchio can assume, oh, this is going to be a bit dangerous. Big fungal growth on all the Hellions and the Medvacs. And I'm not sure if DeMusliM can go here much further. He can't lose the Medvacs. Another fungal growth. And really with minimal defenses, Nerchio is actually managing to defend this pretty well. The Lynx coming in. Look at how good Nerchio is defending this. Just using some fungals, losing some Infestors unfortunately, but very minimal losses here for Nerchio. I think very even game so far. And DeMusliM, did he actually? I think he lost his Medvac, so that's kind of huge. 1 more worker kill went down. Another command center, so a very, very big setup for both players. We will go far into the late game with this, unless one player makes a big mistake. Zergling's being burrowed to delay the space even further. And there's the push out I was talking about. It's gonna line up, yeah, with the combat shields. They are done right now. And there's not gonna be 2-2, but maybe by the time he arrives, there will be 2-2. But here we go. Another lackluster defense here by DeMusliM. And this time he's actually losing a lot of workers. Very good run by Nerchio. And DeMusliM is just now continuing to move his army. The bunker does damage to the Lynx, but not enough to clean them up in time, and the worker count is still looking good for DeMusliM, so he's not very hurt, but definitely setting him back. Also a supply block right now for DeMusliM, and here we go. He's not sieged up right now. There's no siege mode. These Infestors actually do a lot of damage with their fungal growth. There are not enough Zerglings right now though, so Nerchio will have to pull back, but there are a lot of units, so many Infestors, and I think Nerchio will clean this up so easily again. And very bad timing for DeMusliM without 2-2, without his Without his upgrade timing, he didn't manage to do enough damage, but DeMusliM